plus 21. 3.5e plus 23.
You take two moons mass. You take two moons mass.
Alright, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, put your Chromebooks at 45 degrees or less. And have your bodies and faces face the front. Bodies and faces facing the front. Thank you, Leslie, for turning around. Thank you, Soleil, for turning around. Thank you, Donovan, for slowly turning around. Waiting for a couple of Chromebooks to be at 45 degrees or less, and bodies to be turned around facing the front. Everybody. Waiting on Jair, waiting on Jeremy, and waiting on Edgar. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Meter sticks versus the moon. I saw a lot of folks that were able to answer the question about me versus a tennis ball, at least answer how you would approach it. And then when we talked about meter sticks to the moon, there was some pause, or some like opposition to doing the work. Andre, can you talk a little bit about your group? Like, you guys said that you guys talked a lot, but you guys didn't do a lot of work. Can you talk about why?
It was confusing.
Okay, it was confusing.
Hard.
It was hard.
Too many zeros.
Too many zeros. Okay. Where would there be too many zeros?
22.
At 22. So, in previous problems when we've seen exponents, we've thought about expanding the entire thing to see what the value is, right? If we did that, 7 times 10 to the power of 2 would have been 7 with how many zeros?
22.
With 22 zeros, right? I agree. That's just a lot to do by hand, even to do on the computer. It might even say error, right? So, again, the goal of this activity was to find the usefulness of scientific notation because, again, this is too much to write, too much to read, and too easy to make a minor mistake. If we did expand this, however, and see that it was 7 with 22 zeros, what then would we want to do with that really long number and the weight of the meter stick?
Divide.
I'm hearing divide, right? Many of you were able to answer that about the question between me versus the tennis ball, and that approach would still be valid with the moon and the meter stick. It's just tiresome. So for someone that did do it, Christian, from your group, can you explain what you guys did?
So we took the moon's mass, which is like 7 times 10 to the power of 22.
Yeah.
And then we took the meter stick's mass, which is 2 to the power of 10, which is 2 times 10 to the power of -1. And then we divided the moon's mass to the meter stick,
Yeah.
and then we got our answer.
What was the answer that you guys got?
Got like 3.5e plus 23,
Okay.
or 21.
Plus 23 or 21. Okay, I'm gonna write Davina. I'm gonna ask you to share your group's method, which is super similar, just seemingly slightly different. What did your group do?
So we had the 7 times 10 to the 22nd power.
Okay, you guys did the same thing at the top.
And then we divided it by 0.2.
Okay, so you divided it by 0.2. So here's where I want to point out that Davina, your group used 0.2 kilograms, which is fine. Christian, your group used 2 times 10 to the power of -1, which is still fine, and that's because this is 2 times 1/10, which is still 0.2. So just using a different denominator wouldn't have changed your answer, because Davina, did you guys get the same thing? You guys would have gotten the same thing. Now, on the calculator, I'm understanding there's a lot of confusion around what this means, and that's okay, because the goal here was to really understand why scientific notation is useful. Diego, it seems like you've seen this before, so what do you think this really is?
Amelia told me that it was a positive exponent. That's what.
Okay, so this is a positive exponent.
E
Yes.
Exponent plus sign.
And then 23 is it?
23 is the exponent, yes. So, Amelia, it seems like you've seen this before. Do you know how to rewrite this using a power of 10?
3.5
3.5 times
to 10 to the
times 10 to the power of 23. Beautiful. And for those of you that are able to see it, what's 7 divided by 2? 3.5, right? And we learned this rule when we're dividing. What do we do with the exponents?
Wow.
We subtract 22 minus a negative 1, positive 23, right?
That was easy.
So again, understanding that the math might have seemed a lot more complicated because there were a lot of numbers, we're going to actually move into the formal introduction to scientific notation, what it is, how to write it, and how to use it.
Yeah! Aren't on the projector. I'm from Texas. I'm here to write some donuts.
All right, the science of